to be back here and a part of the events. The last couple of years I've been here, but just as a guest, you know, to be here working, involved with it, it's beautiful for me.
And Laura, it's something special to be alongside Michael Bisping.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. When I told my 5-year-old son that I was coming to London, he said, "Oh, do you get to meet the Queen?" And I said, "No, honey, probably not the Queen, but I do get to stand next to the godfather of British MMA."
Okay, Sunday we'll go to Buckingham Palace. I'll introduce you to Queenie.
Are you guys tight?
We're like that.
Text and stuff?
I tell you what, Michael, that's a little reminder. Let's take a look at some footage of a young buck. UFC 70 nations collide. Michael forgets
Look at this guy. I tried to sprint into the octagon, still with my sweatshirt and my trainers on. But yeah, you know, I mean, this is how I started my career, and so thankful to all these MMA fans here. Back in the day, there wasn't really a sport, but now this place is packed. Arenas are selling out. It's incredible to see.
Well, and we are going to have so much local talent on display tomorrow on Saturday night.
I mean, there are, to my count, 14 UK fighters featured on this card. These fans are here. The place is booked. It's going to be incredible.
It is going to be incredible, but let's let you know what we have coming up for you on our show today. We will be hearing from Darren Till and Nathaniel Wood. They're both going to stop by here and join us at the ESPN desk. We'll also hear from main eventer Jorge Masvidal. We'll hear from the co-main eventers Leon Edwards and his opponent Gunnar Nelson. We'll also take a look at England as a fight nation and their rich history in the UFC. Lots of stuff on the way. But Michael, I know the fish and chips are worth the trip alone, but we really came to England for some face punching. The guys in our main event, 23 knockouts between the two of them. Darren Till, of course, will have the hometown crowd on his side, but Jorge Masvidal really doesn't mind being the bad guy in a lot of situations. But what should we know about him as a fighter?
Well, listen, he started off as a street fighter, then he became a backyard brawler, and then he parlayed that natural fighting ability into being a mixed martial artist. And this guy loves to fight. They call him game bred, and he's literally game to fight anybody. And I'm not surprised. I mean, look at these hands. Look at the ferociousness. This guy absolutely loves to fight. He's got a well-rounded skill set. And as you said, Karen, he's coming in here as the bad guy, and he doesn't mind that one little bit.
Well, of course, he is taking on Darren Till, who is from Liverpool. But, Michael, you know, he's the man that many are saying, in your absence, could be the face of British MMA. What do you say about that?
Well, of course, last time we saw Darren Till, it was a loss to Tyron Woodley, but you wouldn't think so by talking to him. He's still brimming with confidence, and for a good reason. Prior to losing to Tyron, this man was undefeated, destroying his opposition. He forged his skills in Thai boxing. He was known for being a ferocious Thai boxer, rounding out his skill set. And this guy, as I said, he's huge for the division, and he's just brimming with confidence.
Absolutely. Well, Laura, of course, you've spent a lot of time around the fighters at the Fight Hotel trying to get the vibe of the week. What's your sense with these two?
I feel like a lot of people love to throw that word gangster around a lot these days, but if there's one person who is a gangster, it's Jorge Masvidal. He has been incredibly chill, laid back all week, even put on kind of an impromptu self-defense seminar at the open workouts, street-style self-defense, a lot of eye pokes involved there. And then Darren Till, unbelievably focused. He looked amazing on the scale this morning. Just talked to his coach and said it was the best cut he has ever had.
Yeah, I saw him last night, and he was in great spirits regardless of the weight cut. Now let's get to our ceremonial weigh-ins. For that, here is Dan Hardy.
Hey, everybody, how are you? Please welcome to the stage the beautiful ring girls, Carly and Luciana, Mick Maynard, Bruce Buffer, Dave Shaw, Ricky Security in the house, Ricky Manetta. Come and get up here on stage with me, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. All right, guys, we'll make some noise for these fighters. First fighter to the stage, we've got Mike Grundy against Nad Narimani. First fighter to the stage, Nad Smiler Narimani.
My name's Nad Narimani. I'm fighting out of Bristol, England, representing Team Alpha Male. I'm on a 5-fight win streak, and I'm going to extend that tomorrow night.
Well, Nad Smiler Narimani, not exactly smiling right now. He is pretty focused at the moment as he walks to the UFC scales for the very first time in his home country. He's 2-0 in the UFC, got that 5-fight win streak, and spends a lot of time training over in California at Team Alpha Male with Uriah Faber, Cody Garbrandt, so he gets a lot of good looks at that gym.
Mike Grundy.
Well, he's going to need all the help he can get taking on this guy. Mike Grundy is a British freestyle wrestler. What? You might ask yourself, but believe me, they exist, and he's a very, very good wrestler. Went to the Commonwealth Games in 2014, picked up a bronze medal. Since then, transitioned into MMA, 11-1 so far.
145 for Mike Grundy.
8 submissions, very, very powerful MMA fighter. And he trains with Darren Till, of course, so together they're a good combo. And Grundy is super explosive. If you watch the highlights of him wrestling,
division,
man, he's powerful.
Priscilla Cachoeira. First to the stage, Priscilla Zombie Girl Cachoeira.
Well, this is the second time we are seeing Cachoeira in the UFC. The first time she made her debut against Valentina Shevchenko. That fight did not go her way, but she also suffered an injury very early on in the fight. So I feel like we're going to see on Saturday night the real Priscilla Cachoeira. This is a woman with an 8-1 record, 2 first-round finishes, 4 wins by knockout.
And her opponent in the red corner, Meatball Molly McCann.
Possibly the best fight name by my estimation. And listen to this crowd go absolutely crazy for Liverpool's Meatball Molly McCann. She said in this camp she completely changed things around, focused on her strength and conditioning, really dialed in her diet, and she said she feels phenomenal coming into this fight. Look at
oh my word, she looks like a typical Scouser, I'll tell you that.
She's ready to throw it down.
She really is.
I don't know that Priscilla's the one to be messed with, though. This is a woman who's been through a lot in her day, and that's a tough woman.
Well, I'm not joking, but Molly McCann doesn't really look like she needs to be messed with either. She's very aggressive by the looks of it.
Next up in the featherweight division, Danny Henry versus Dan Ige. First to the stage, Dynamite Dan Ige.
Well, Dan Ige has made a habit out of spoiling some home field advantages. He's got 4 first-round finishes. He's coming in off 2 wins against hometown favorites, although he was quick to point out that, of course, his opponent is from Scotland. But regardless, he knows that this crowd isn't exactly going to be on his side, and he told me, listen, boos, cheers, it doesn't matter. It's all energy, and I feed off of it.
The Hatchet, Henry.
I'm Danny Henry. I'm fighting out of Edinburgh, Scotland, and representing higher level MMA. I've won 5 fights in a row and finished my last fight in 39 seconds.
And that fight that he finished in 39 seconds was very, very impressive. Dropped his opponent, Hakeem Dawodu, with a beautiful punch.
For Danny Henry.
And then it was just the most vicious guillotine you've ever seen. Squeezed his head off, put him to sleep real easy. This guy's a real prospect and super tall for the division at 6 foot. Nice and civilized there.
To the middleweight division, Tom Breeze versus Ian Heinisch. First to the stage in the blue corner, Ian the Hurricane Heinisch.
Hi, my name is Ian the Hurricane Heinisch. I'm fighting out of Factory X Muay Thai in Colorado. I got my UFC contract off a huge KO win on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender Series.
Well, he's definitely grabbed Dana White's attention on the Tuesday Night Contender Series, but I would say he grabbed everyone else's attention in his UFC debut on just 6 days' notice, taking out Cesar Ferreira. Unbelievable debut for a young fighter like that, and he's looking to go out there and put on a show again, but this time with a full camp.
Well, here is Tom Breeze fighting out of Birmingham, England, and here he is taking out Judo Dan Kelly. This is the last time that we saw Tom Breeze in the octagon. This is a man with 7 first-round finishes. He's actually finished 10 of his 11 wins. Michael, that counts as a 91% finishing rate.
Yeah, no, it's very, very impressive. Tom Breeze is the real deal. But Ian Heinisch is no walk in the park either. This is going to be a great fight. Tom Breeze is more technical. Ian Heinisch more of a brawler, probably more power. It's going to be a good one.
Next up in the light heavyweight division, Nikolai Negomarianu versus Saparbek Safarov. First to the stage in the blue corner, Saparbek Safarov.
Well, Karen, you want to talk about a 91% finish rate? Do you know what's better than that? A 100% finish rate. Yes, that's right. He finishes all of his fights. 7 of them in the first round. 6 wins by KO, 2 by submission. Coming from Russia, of course, a very, very good wrestler.
205
And yet another international master of sport.
I feel like they give that out a lot now.
Master of sport. If you come from Russia, you're an international master of sport.
Born with it. It's part of your birth certificate.
Or a Russian master of sport, it should be.
Well, here we go. Welcome to the UFC, Nikolai Negumereanu. Now, I actually met this young man last night. Saw him sort of working out a little bit while he was cutting weight. Very polite. Really looks ready to rock here. He is from Romania. This is a man debuting with a 9-0 record, 5 first-round finishes, 6 wins by knockout. Very excited to be in the UFC.
Oh,
Fired up. Taking his moment, too. I love it. It's his debut. Let me have a couple
soaking it
extra
in
moments.
for sure.
Yeah, soak it in.
oh, look at this. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
There we go. That's more like it. Give the crowd what they paid to see.
Oh.
Whoa!
Oh, no.
No, no, no.
See, that's not good, though. You got to save it for tomorrow
Yep.
night. Get in the face, talk a little smack, whatever, but keep the hands to yourself.
Mick getting a little work today, huh?
Moving on to the lightweight division, Mark Casey versus Irish Joe Duffy. First to the stage in the blue corner, Joe Duffy.
And listen to that crowd go crazy. It has been 16 months since we've seen Irish Joe Duffy go to work inside the octagon, and he is, to use his own word, buzzing to get back in there and throw down. And just in case anyone needed a quick refresher on what Joe is all about, he has 13 first-round finishes, 10 wins via submission, 4 knockouts, and it is always worth mentioning that he has a win over Conor McGregor.
Absolutely. And true to form, the Irish have followed him here. They've got a good reception here.
Well, it's not too far for the Irish to go, but they might go home disappointed because both the Mark Crusher Casey, I'm telling you, this guy's the real deal. He struggled a little bit recently. He moved out to AT&T. He was training there, but he's come back. He's come back to his roots. He's training with my old coach, Daz Morris, focusing on the things that he kind of abandoned. He focused more on the boxing. Now he's back to the kickboxing, which is a good move, taking on a boxer like Joe Duffy. And of course, he's 10-0 in England, undefeated here. And that's for a reason.
Joe Duffy fighting the day before St. Patrick's Day, though, so
I mean,
you never know.
But we don't really care about St. Patrick's Day. No, we don't. I'm serious.
Okay.
To the stage in the blue corner, Jordan Rinaldi.
well, as I mentioned, it is England against the world. In this case, the world comes fighting out of Charlotte, North Carolina, Jordan Rinaldi. This is a great wrestler. Last time we saw him in action was against Jason Hick Diaz Knight. He kind of really owned him on the canvas, if I'm being honest here. This is a man with 5 first-round finishes, 8 wins by submission, and those have come 6 different techniques. So if he gets you on that canvas, you better look out.
Corner, Arnold Almighty Allen.
Yeah, this is a very close match fight.
My name's Arnold Allen. I'm fighting out of Ipswich in England. I'm representing TriStar Gym in Canada. I'm currently on a 6-fight win streak, and I'm looking to keep that going tomorrow.
Yeah, well, 4 of those 6 fights have been in the UFC, and 2 of them were stoppages. Arnold Allen is the real deal. He's a physical specimen. His father was a well-known strongman. And as he said, he's training out in TriStar. He's doing what he needs to do to be the best possible fighter he can be. He's making no sacrifices. But he's all smiles. They're all smiles. They're professionals.
Nice little handshake there.
Yeah. Keep it cordial, like I used to.
Opening up the main card in the middleweight division. My pick for fight of the night, Jack Marshman versus John Phillips. First to the stage, John Phillips.
I'm John Phillips from Swansea, Wales. For this camp, I prepared in Iceland. All my 21 wins come to a world finish. 19 knockout.
The Welsh wrecking machine, John Phillips, looking to go out there and wreck shop. And that's pretty much standard procedure for him. He has 16 first-round finishes, 19 wins by a knockout, and a 100% finishing rate. And he actually said he feels better when he fights emotionally. He's been focused on staying angry this week.
Well, he'll probably feel a little better as well because he's taking 20% of his opponent's purse. That's right, Jack Marshman came in 2 pounds overweight, which is very disappointing. However, the fight is still going ahead. And it is a battle of the Welshmen for the King of Wales, they call it. So it's going to be a good one. A lot of pride at stake. They're both saying that half of the Welsh population are in this arena tomorrow night.
All of Wales between the two of them, yes. It's a matchup long time coming.
If you're a fan of Slugfest, I would say you should tune into this fight.
Next up in the welterweight division, Danny Roberts versus Claudio Silva. First to the stage in the blue corner, Claudio Silva.
There's Claudio Silva taking on, well, choking out Nordine Taleb. This guy's a very, very high-level jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's Brazilian, but he actually lives really close to the arena. He says he can see the O2 Arena from his house, and he's always dreamed of fighting here. So, of course, his wish has come true. And so far, so good for this guy. He's got a great record.
I'm Danny Roberts. I'm representing London, Bristol, and Liverpool. I'm fighting out Hard Knocks 365 Florida. In my last fight, I picked up a fight of the night bonus, and tomorrow you can expect nothing but fireworks from me to the UK fans.
Well, Hot Chocolate spent time growing up in a number of different cities across England, but he was born right here in London, and it was right here at the O2 Arena that a year ago, almost to the day, he scored a highlight reel first-round knockout over Oliver Enkamp, a feeling he told me yesterday that he will never forget.
Well, that is certainly a great fight, and thank you, Laura, for joining us here. We will see you backstage.
Cheerio.
As you gather some interviews.
Cheerio indeed, but these guys are talking a little bit of trash there by the looks of it. A little hug at the end, but I don't think it was too friendly to start with.
Next up in the bantamweight division, Nathaniel Wood versus Jose Quinones. First to the stage in the blue corner, Jose Teco Quinones.
Well, we first met Jose Quinones on Tough Latin America. He was a bantamweight finalist. He was on Cain Velasquez's team. This is a man with 3 first-round finishes. He's on a 4-fight win streak, though, so definitely coming into UFC London a little bit hot. He's going to need that heat, though, Michael. He's taking on quite a formidable opponent.
Well, he is. And wait for the noise here, because this guy's a local. And I knew it. Listen to that crowd. This guy dreamed of fighting here. He actually fought at the O2 Indigo, which is a much smaller arena inside this arena. And he says it's 18 times smaller, so the crowd's going to be 18 times bigger, and he's expecting 18 times the experience.
It's a lot of maths, Michael.
Well, I'm a very smart guy, Karen. I don't know if you know this. But this guy can fight. This guy is all action inside the octagon. A protege of Brad One Punch Pickett, an MMA legend in his own right. And Nathaniel Wood is looking to continue this win streak.
I'm told we have a sold-out arena for Saturday night. So this place will indeed be rocking, Michael.
Oh, of course. It's almost like there's a Michael Bisping fight on.
Almost.
I mean, it didn't sell out in 6 minutes. So.
Versus Dominic Reyes. First to the stage, the Devastator, Dominic Reyes.
Well, the Devastator is actually a good name because he's perfect inside the octagon. 10-0 so far, 4-0 inside the UFC. 3 of those were stoppages. The last fight he stepped up against OSP, handled that fight pretty well, and he feels if he wins this, 5-0 inside the octagon, he deserves a title shot.
206 for Dominic Reyes.
And honestly, that's kind of hard to argue with. If he can beat Uzdemir.
Absolutely. But again, Thiago Santos has something to say about that.
He does have something to say about that.
Well, Volkan Uzdemir, as we've mentioned, is a former title challenger, but I gotta be honest with you, this guy had a rough year last year. He did have a couple of losses, but not only that, he battled staph infections. He broke his nose in both of those fights. He had knee surgery, but he's been training back in Switzerland. He says he feels that old Volkan sense returning to him, so reinvigorated for this matchup with Reyes.
And there he is touching his wrist, and for those people that don't know, that's referring to his nickname No Time, meaning I'm going to knock you out in no time, and that's what he did when he came to the UFC. Super impressive. That's why he got a title shot so quickly.
12 first-round finishes.
Main event in the welterweight division, Leon Edwards versus Gunnar Nelson. First to the stage, Gunny Nelson.
Another favourite here, the crowd are on their feet. Gunnar Nelson is not a man to be trifled with inside the octagon. If he gets his hands on you and takes you to the floor, you're pretty much going to sleep. High-level jiu-jitsu black belt, very strong, powerful hands, and a ton of experience.
In the red corner, Leon Rocky Edwards.
Well, Leon Rocky Edwards, born in Jamaica, raised in Birmingham, England. walking out with both flags. Now, as you see, the last time we saw him, he was facing Donald Cowboy Cerrone in a main event. He was victorious in that fight, Michael, and he is on his way, really trying to make a climb. He's on quite a tear, a 6-fight win streak. It was Kamaru Usman he lost to, then went on a 6-fight win streak. So they do say win or learn. Apparently, he learned a lot from that fight with Kamaru.
Yeah, and he looks very confident the way he's staring at Gunnar there. Of course, it's easy to be confident at the weigh-in. In the ring on fight night is a different thing, but he looks good.
It's time now to take a look at the two men involved in the main events of the evening.
I set out in this many years ago to be the greatest, and I still want to be the greatest.
Darren, this is your first loss inside the octagon.
Make no mistake, I will come back stronger, and I will still solidify as being one of the best ever. The goal doesn't change.
It's a thorn in me I'll never take out, but it's not going to change my course of direction in any way. I'm still going to be the greatest MMA fighter that ever lived.
Oh! Beautiful work from Darren Till. He knows the finish is there.
He has the self-belief that cannot be questioned.
I'm not scared of anyone. They're all getting it.
Oh, there it is again, the left hand.
I want to fight great. I want people to say I'm great. I want people to be in awe of watching me.
What a stoppage! Beautiful finish there for the Gorilla.
I am back, and I swear to God, I will win that belt.
I'm at a different stage in my career where I want the toughest, best fights I can get, or I don't want them. I saw Till was having trouble getting an opponent. It's a no-brainer. It's the highest-ranked guy I can scrap against. Doesn't matter where it's at. If it's in his backyard, I'll go there and scrap. I'm gonna knock his head off his shoulder.
Oh! Beautiful left hook. Masvidal looking to finish. He's a great striker. He's a great grappler, and he's just got a fighter's mindset.
Fighting's an art form. I love it. I'm looking to take the fight right to Till, get right inside his head, and I know with a good win over Till, I'm fighting for that belt. I got big dreams, big plans, but my sole focus is Till.
Oh, he dropped him! That is it!
I respect his mentality towards the fight game, but come fight night, all that respect is going to be lost as soon as we both step in the octagon. I'm going to be looking to take his head clean off.
Oh! What if I goes down?
Darren comes to fight. He's got a good left hand, but he's never fought nothing like me in his life.
Cerrone in a world of trouble here, and that's going to be it. Jorge Masvidal!
I know how much it hurts to get beat. I don't really care about anything else now, apart from beating Masvidal. I've got to do everything in my power. I won't be satisfied if it goes past the first round.
He's out! Darren Till!
He thinks he's better. I think I'm better. We're going to find out March 16th.
I just know that he's coming to fight and I'm coming to fight, so it's going to be an absolute epic night.
Ladies and gentlemen,
walking
in the
into
blue
enemy
corner,
territory, there is Jorge Masvidal. We are on the eve of his 46th professional fight. Michael, this is a man who started as a backyard brawler, but his boxing skills are not to be doubted at all. He is ferocious, doesn't mind to get in the pocket, take a couple to give a couple, but he's got good defense, doesn't actually take too many.
Yeah, absolutely, and he's actually got some support here. A lot of people on the feet paying their respects, which I'm surprised. But check this out. Here we go. Everybody's on their feet. He's got the experience. He's got the skills. He's got the support. He learned from his last fight against Tyron Woodley. He said that he underestimated him, thought that he would walk right through him. Of course, you learn more from your losses than your victories, but he's still as confident as ever. Made weight easily, smile on his face, the support of the country behind him. A lot of momentum here for Darren. Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to grab a question. First of all, Jorge. How are you, my friend? On this side. I haven't got a good side, my friend. That's why I stand wherever. First of all, this crowd have been quite amazing. They've been very receptive to you since you come over. What's your journey like, and what's it going to be like to fight in front of these fans tomorrow?
My journey since like a sperm cell or since England?
Wherever you want to start.
How much time we got?
All the time in the world, man.
Man, I love it. Since I touched down in England, the fans have been amazing. I think, you know, they're just real knowledgeable. That's really what it comes down to. I know I'm fighting the hometown dude, but this place has just shown a lot of love and respect. I love even how you guys call it, the cheeky fellas. They're pretty cool, you know. I can't hear you. You gotta do it louder, man. You gotta be a little louder. There we go. I love it, man. We're gonna put on a great show. I came here to win, you know? So it's gonna be a great show, man. Darren has one opinion of himself. I got one opinion of myself. We're gonna find out tomorrow who was right, who was wrong, you know?
Good luck tomorrow. Looking forward to it. Ladies and gentlemen, Darren Till. How do you keep calm, my friend?
I don't have anything to say but one thing. Sweet Caroline. Da, da, da.
Beautiful, Darren. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the gorilla, Darren Till!
All right, Darren Till exiting the stage with the love of the crowd. This is absolutely going to be a killer night, Saturday night at the O2 Arena. Let's take a look at our schedule for Fight Day on Saturday, March 16th.
My shot at the gold. That's gone now.
Darren Till not the tap and tight.
But nothing's changed. London's calling. I will be champion. I will win that belt. Do not doubt me. I'll fight anyone, anywhere. 2019, the year of the gorilla. I will never stop.